Yo, it's the Land Assassin. What's up? What's happening? Oh, I forgot. There was a little bit of gas that got on my tank or the side of the boat. Hold on, guys. Let me rinse this off real quick. I forgot about that. Well, welcome to the Saturday morning edition of the Rodcast. Let's see what. I might as well wash my hands too. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Well, we will see what is in store for us today. Yes, we are out here a little bit later. I would have preferred to be out here before the sun even came up, but the sun is up and we will deal. Well, we will see what is. I guess we had volume on there. Yo, what up, Moon? What's happening? Tater. Snizook. Bart is in the house. Johnny Z. So, I don't have. Well, Johnny Z is in the house, but he's already talking craziness. Ah, Johnny. Johnny be good is all I am going to say to that. Johnny be good. Johnny, don't you know we got rid of the lamprey? Thursday? Oh, we got rid of the lamprey Thursday. That is why the BBL Plus is now down to $25 because Al cashed in. Yo, what up? Colin, too bad Canada couldn't get you a win, bro, but they got you a tie, and somehow in soccer, that's good. I don't know what's up with that. Never been in a game that I'm all like, you know what, a tie, yeah, that's a good outcome. But if you guys did not see it last night, USA won, I believe, 4-1. Now, they should have probably saved a little bit for like the next game, but I guess you can't save them in, you can't save goals in soccer. Maybe, I don't know. Excuse me. All right, guys, I'm just cruising through. A little side note in case you guys haven't seen the short that probably just posted, I don't know, 2 minutes ago. We were running super thin on, I guess the Canadian guys and the European guys call it petro. We were running rather thin on petro. Soccer isn't a real sport. That's an interesting take on that. I understand that that's an American take, and I'm not on board with that. But there is this little thing called the rest of the world. And the rest of the world seems to believe that soccer is a sport. Believe it or not. They believe that soccer is a sport. And as we say here on the Rodcast, to each their own. So, if they believe that to be a sport, then we will, I guess, say cool. But I say that as a guy who watched all but one of the games so far of the World Cup. But you know, there are different reasons that people will watch certain things in life. All right, guys, we did not go far at all, and we are enacting the zero or hero. We did not go far at all, and we are going to throw some lines right here, essentially at my doorstep, basically. That's how far we've gone. Oh, here we go. The soccer, football conversation has begun. I didn't expect such controversy this early in the morning. I was just stating that the World Cup, the U.S. had won a game. Yo, Snozook, that should get you, like, excited, bro. The U.S. won a game. Aren't you all about the U.S.? You should be all like, you know what? I don't really watch soccer, but the U.S. won a game. How nice. But instead, I feel like you are not 100% behind the U.S. in the World Cup. The zero or hero is enacted, guys. So if I zero today, then I will pay out a $25 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. We don't intend for that to happen, but hey, bro, anything's possible. Even the U.S. winning the World Cup. Oh, is that even possible? Highly unlikely. Is it possible? I don't believe that it really is, but we're gonna... Johnny Z thought that the World Cup was golf. No, that's Tin Cup. That's golf. Yo, what up, Bob? All right, so I like what I'm feeling out here. Oh, it's nice and hot now. Immediately, as soon as I get out on the water, the sun pops out and is like, yo, remember me? And I do remember you, son. I could have done without, but here he is. The sun has shined its, I don't want to say ugly face, but if you look at the images of the sun, there are some blemishes on the sun's face. So some would find those blemishes attractive. You know, like some women are like, oh, I dig dudes with scars. But some would be all like, ugh, that's too many scars, too many facial imperfections. You know, the shallow people. So the sun does have some blemishes on its surface. Is a football even a ball? Oh, now we're getting into some real talk. Is the football a ball? Does a ball need to be circular or sphere shaped in order to be considered a ball? Wow. Wow. I did not expect to wake up this early in the morning. This early in the morning and be quizzed. Let's see, let's think about this. Let me put it to you this way, Colin. Attached to me are things that are also called balls, but they are not circular. If yours are circular, then you should probably see the doctor. But are you telling me that if these football-shaped objects are not balls, then now you've had me question everything about my life? Because I've been telling people, like, yo, bro, this, that, and the other about balls. Like, either get some or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're in a situation now, it's like, bro, you need to get some some balls and stuff. But if I've been leading people astray, or I've been incorrect and they are not really balls, then my whole life has been a lie. Thanks a lot, Colin. I'm just gonna shut down the broadcast, guys, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna wonder, do I really have balls? Because in theory, they're not circular. No. I don't tell them about them, bro. I tell them they should get some. Like, let's say we're in a situation, and yes, GM, we are off the rails instantly. What the heck is Colin's problem? The World Cup should be banned. But no, bro. What I do is, like, I'm like, hey, bro, let's just say some dude, like, I ask him, let's say I were to ask Creel, and Creel is not, I'm not saying that Creel does this, but let's say I ask Creel, yo, Creel, you want to go fishing? And then he's all like, well, I got to ask for permission. And then I would promptly tell him, hey, bro, why don't you get some potentially not balls, but balls? You know what I'm saying? Get some balls, dog. Let's go fishing. So I don't tell them about mine. I just discuss the fact that their statement leads me to believe that they would be lacking in said area. But again, we have not confirmed whether those are truly balls. If a basketball or soccer ball is flat, is it no longer a ball? Well, I don't think that plays. Okay, so you're saying that there must be a combination of air and something holding the air in order for it to be a ball, but like a tennis ball has no need for air. It just, like, it will, well, I guess technically if it was in a vacuum, it would suck out all the air and the tennis ball would shrink. This is getting weird. Yo, what's up, Spot Snatcher? I don't know what the fascination is on the broadcast with these conversations, but I can only tell you that it's Colin's fault because he called into question a long-standing understanding that a football was a ball, whether it was a ball or not. So that's how we got here, bro. Hey, Washalom Moon's out here. He's talking about my fit. Hey guys, so today my fit is, I got an Under Armour shirt. It's a long sleeve. It's UPF something. It's got a hood. Oh, it's crucial that you have a hood so that you can get that full sun protection because you want to stay looking young as long as possible. Yeah, that's my fit, and I got some bass shaded Pumas on. Now let me see if I can show you guys this. How am I gonna do this? This shat right here was on my shoe from, I don't even know how to do this, bros. I'm gonna have to take my shoe off. This is dumb. These are my Pumas, my kicks, as it were. They have bass shat all over them. This bass shat was brought to you by that BBL Plus that we caught, and the other shoe has matching bass shat. You can't just have one shoe with bass shat on it. You gotta have matching shoes. And now I gotta retie my shoes. Thanks a lot, Moon. And my skinny jeans that are not really skinny jeans. They're just tighter than my other jeans that I usually wear. Not because I'm fat, but because that's just the way they were done. So, yes, that's my fit, guys. And I do have a buff face shield. You can wear it in many ways. I only wear it as a mask, lucha libre style. And that right there, guys, is my fit. Oh, let's not forget about my Garmin watch. Look at that. We get our Garmin watch for messages sent by the moderator herself. Shout out to the moderator. And oh, last but not least is my Dodger fitted hat that never flies off, but they are the world champions. Yes, that Dodger hat. And thus, vatos, is my fit. Thanks for pointing that out, Moon. I felt very Kale-like when I was doing the... And we forgot about the sunglasses. We be rocking, but I said last but not least, so we're not going to talk about the sunglasses. We are not talking about the sunglasses. A football is flat when it's in the Patriots' possession. Yo, Johnny Z knows what's up. Johnny Z knows what's up. Billiard balls don't need air. Golf balls have no air. A bowling ball is solid. Interesting. Well, I can tell you guys right now that the balls that I was referring to, at least mine, are solid, dog. I don't know about you guys, but I'm rocking a solid set. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's never in question. Now, you guys might be all like, ooh, yeah, mine are not as solid. But to each their own. A bait ball, no air, is actually kind of true. Rugby is not round either, I guess. Moon, you know it only takes one minute amount of anything to send this show off the rails. I haven't even tied my shoe. You guys haven't even appreciated the bass shat that was on these shoes. That is a custom paint job, bros. People send their shoes to guys so that they can paint them and do some stuff and whatever on their shoes. I had a BBL Plus just say, hey, bro, I like your kicks, but let me add a little bit of, let's call it pizzazz. We'll add a little bit of pizzazz on it and see what's up. And I'm not gonna say I hate it. I'm not gonna say I love it, because you know, you on the boat, I love it. It's battle scars. Out in public, people are like, dude, what the heck's wrong with your shoes? And now if I tell them, okay, so check it out, bro. Allegedly, a person was fishing into the night and a bass shat on him. And they'll be like, you haven't washed that off? But, bro, I ain't got time to wash my shoes. What do you think I am? Some kind of guy that just sits around washing shoes? If they're solid, I might need to get them looked at. Bro, I am not concerned with the solidness of my set because it's natural, bro. At least in my lineage, it's natural. If you don't have a solid set, well then you can't be repping the last name if you ain't got a solid set. If my set wasn't solid, then I'd go to the doctor and I'd be all like, yo, doctor, what can we do to make this a solid set? And he's gonna be all like, I can't help you, dog. You're gonna have to go to the wise people of your lineage and ask them what you do to get a solid set. Because it's kind of like it's kind of like a seed. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a seed where the seed has all the potential, everything that it needs to become fully what it was intended to be. But depending on the environment and like things that influence that set, then potentially your set doesn't reach full solidness. You know what I'm saying? And we're just talking about the set, guys. Outside, they think I'm a chicken farmer. Oh, that's stolen valor right there, bro. If they think I'm a chicken farmer, Creel's gonna show up at my doorstep one day and be like, hey, what's going on here? I heard people talking about a chicken farmer in these areas. They said you're a chicken farmer. And I'm like, Creel, I never said I was a chicken farmer. They'll be all like, let me see your shoes. And I'll be like, Creel, you can look at my shoes, but I never said it. And then that's gonna start a rift between me and Creel. Creel's gonna be all like, don't be telling people you're a chicken farmer. That's stolen valor. And I'm like, I understand that, Creel. I would never. I keep it real. And then me and him we wouldn't be on the best terms, but we wouldn't be like 100% mad at each other, right? Because we'd have an understanding. I'd be like, dude, it wasn't me. Cuba Unlimited, we were just talking about, you know, what it took to define balls. I'd like to see Unlimited's take on what he considers to be balls or not. Hopefully he didn't see the rest of the broadcast and he barely showed up because he likes to be tardy lately. All right, guys, we are going to cruise a little bit. I just wanted to throw a jig into all that rocky area right there. I thought that would be a good idea. But clearly the fish thought otherwise. And I took off my deep diving crank. Yanni. Yanila. If you are bilingual, then you would know that I need not finish that. we're just moving a little bit further. It's because there's a little dip in there. We are on a drop right now. There's a drop and a dip. You know, one thing that I've noticed, guys, is that since my ankle has been a little bit hurt, my physical antics have lessened. I don't know if that is, you know, just a subliminal. I don't know if that's a subliminal. I even forgot what I was going to say. Okay. All right. So, Unlimited still has not answered the question. But I think it's a subliminal. I can't say that word today, bro. So we won't try it. But you know what I'm saying? Type of thing where I'm afraid that I might tweak something, so I just kind of don't do all the things, you know? But at some point in time, your set's got to kick in. Your set's got to kick in so that you could do stuff on the balls of your feet. So eventually, you just got to do what you got to do. Use your set to unlock your other set. Because for those of you who do not know, you got balls on your feet. You want to stay on the balls of your feet whenever you're doing anything. You don't want to be flat-footed. That is not great. So I spend the majority of my life on the balls of my feet. Now, I don't think they're circular. So, I don't know. Subconsciously, yes. Why was I even saying subliminal? Subconsciously. Thank you, moderator. Yes, yes. You see, why was I even saying the other word? Nobody knows. Nunya, what kind of conversation? Psychosomatically. All right, Colin. The day that I use psychosomatically, then that is the day that I will say it as I consume a kale chip. That is the day. You see, there you go. Unlimited knows. This Vato's got more balls than brains. So that's where you need to have that fine line, that combination. You know, life is about balance, balance. You know what I'm saying? So Unlimited's mom thinks that he's got more balls than brains. And Nunya, you have walked into a conversation that apparently you can only find here on the Rodcast, and it is Colin's fault if you do not like this conversation. He let us know that footballs are not round, so potentially they're not really balls. And then we went off the rails. You could if you wanted to, bro. But none of us are qualified nor want to aid you in the, let's call it, inspection that you seek. Because we are just not going to do that. What the heck? All right, still nothing in this beautifully, I'm telling you guys, down here is like, there is just beautiful, beautiful feeling, hard bottom. Maybe they just don't like the color of this jig, which is possible. It's peanut butter and jelly. I don't actually like the color of peanut butter and jelly that much. That's why I don't throw it that much. I am slowly cruising to the next area. In case you guys don't know, I put gas today. Put out a short about it, but I put gas today. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're good. It's just gonna be 20 gallons or so. Because when the stash was here, I think I put maybe 20 gallons or somewhere around there once at least. So I was like, all right, cool. We should still have some gas. It should only take maybe 20 or 30 gallons to fill the fuel tanks. And to my surprise, that was not the case. And when the moderator sees either the short or the bill, then she will also know that it did not take 30 gallons. It took what my people call un chingo de gallons, bro. That was a lot of gallons. That amount of gallons, I don't think I've ever seen put into this boat, which was very disturbing because I was out and about. The night of the lamprey curse removal. I was out and about thinking that I had more gas than I did. Very disturbing. But I guess maybe if we didn't lift the lamprey curse, then we would have succumbed to it and we would have more than likely ran out of gas. We are in 20 feet of water, guys. There is a little chingle-dingle rise up there. Snizook. If you waited for when it was fresh, well then you're probably gonna have to check the what word do I want to use here? You're gonna check the status of your not circular set, because I'm telling you right now, it's about to get hot. The sun is out. The sun does not forgive anybody. It's out here to bring some pain. It is unforgiving. Feels like 108 over in Florida, of course. Okay. That was a weird feeling, but you could mark that as a miss. My trailer was about to be ejected off that jig. Thankfully, it was not. All right. Snazook knows the limits of his non-circular set. So that's also something you need to know, guys. You need to understand the limits, because you do not want to exceed the limits of your non-circular set. Just stay in. Wait a second. You're incorrect there, Spot Snatcher. I don't know if I'm incorrect, but I do believe that the UFL is playing its championship. It either happened last Saturday or this Saturday. Pulled out my phone. A phone hook set, as it were. This is just probably a little John. Nah, it's probably a little Juan. But it is a jig fish. Let me go have a waterside chat with this guy. It is a jig fish. Oh, I gotta tell you guys about that other fish. Hey, wait, cálmate, way. For those of you who are not bilingual, that's relax, way. I'm gonna see how much battery this scale has, because it was not charged. Okay, it's yellow. I charged it on the way over here, so it's got some charge, but not a lot. So sadly, guys, this gets rid of the zero or hero. That means we are at 34 consecutive outings with a non-zero. Wow. This guy is gonna require nothing. Holy moly, that dude disarmed me. Wow, that's pretty good. I'm impressed. You disarmed me without me even knowing. Very impressive. This fish right here is just a little Juan. Iwashalo, it is locked in. No tag. Thank the good Lord that we caught this fish, so we can continue our consecutive non-zero streak that currently sits at, I could be plus or minus on this, but we'll say 34. 34, I know it's either, last time it was 33, so this time, if I didn't miss a time, it should be 34. That fish weighed 2 pounds, 6 ounces. Not a giant, but it's a start. I am gonna charge this scale now. I just gotta find where that charger is. So yes, the UFL is either playing today or tomorrow. Or last weekend. I think it's today though. You know, time flies. I don't know what I do half the time, so. Okay, scale is charging. I have been disarmed. We got a 112. We got a 3.7. So potentially, they're playing, bro. We just want to be accurate. You know what I'm saying? We just want to be accurate in letting people know that football still exists. And we're not talking about the controversial football. We are talking about just regular, good old-fashioned Americano football. Alrighty. You know what? I'm gonna throw a chigger craw on here. I've been putting on Rage Craws as my trailer, but instead I'm gonna throw a 3-inch Berkeley chigger craw in green pumpkin. Basically, it's a thinner profile, but still has the same size claws that the regular chigger craw has. I know there's a lot of abrasions on here, but anyways. Well, so here's the thing, Spot Snatcher. I attacked that fish. So the fish felt threatened, and so it disarmed me. I mean, there's just no way around that. It might have been well within its rights to disarm me. Though, for the record, that fish attacked my jig. My jig didn't go and attack it. So, I guess we'll have to discuss it in the court of law. It will be decided there because, all right, which way was I throwing? I think somewhere this way. Exactly. So, we're all on the same page. ¿Qué hubo, Creel? ¿Qué pasa? Anonymous, Mr. Dolphin himself, Mr. Dolphin Wang is in the house. So, does my fuel gauge not work? So, when I bought the boat originally, first owner, not a flex, just part of the story. First owner, I almost couldn't even say those words. First owner, the people who sold it to me, it was Midway Marine. Those guys were all like, hey, fuel gauge is cool, whatever, but don't trust it because, you know, the level, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. So they had suggested, they said, rather than trust the fuel gauge, what you should do is calculate or allow the computer to calculate the amount of miles that, oh, was that a fish? That was weird. Was it a fish? To calculate the amount of gallons that you've used because the computer is more accurate. So I was like, all right, whatever. So what I do is I calculate I'll take a picture of the gallons used, and then I will say, okay, I have 52 gallons from that point. And I do the math. It's to keep my mind strong. You know what I'm saying? I do some math and I was like, okay, I got this many gallons left if I do some subtraction. But I had lost contact with the amount of gallons that I had, because if I don't fill it up completely, let's say so we keep the math simple. Let's say I filled it up, we started at 0, and then so I have allegedly up to 52 gallons. So I'm at 25 gallons. So I'm like, all right, I got 27 gallons left. But then I put 20 gallons in. Well, 52 is no longer my number, and I'm gonna have to add that to the other number, blah, blah, blah. But I don't always add the numbers. I just put the gas, and I was like, okay, well, I know I'm close enough. Well, last time, apparently I was definitely not doing good gas bookkeeping, and I cut it very, very close. So it's not that it doesn't work, it's just, can I really trust it? When did MFC show up? QMFC, what's up? Am I flexing by buying gas? No, bro. It was everything in me to not essentially just, I don't know, get the vapors or something and have to go on the fainting couch and be like, oh, heavens, heavens to Betsy. I do believe I have the vapors, or whatever is said down here in the South, or whatever. Wherever the vapors and fainting couches and all that other stuff originated from. I'm not a historian, so. All right, guys, I do apologize that the Zero or Hero is not going to be paid out because I caught that fish. I do believe that it was 2.6 or something like that, but we need to stay hydrated. Moon, hit me, dog. We are throwing a 1/2 ounce, I believe, tight lines jig with a Berkeley Chigger Craw 3-inch. Chingle dingles. The body is thinner, but the claws are still the same size. We changed it from a Rage Craw. Maybe it was a mistake because maybe we should have left what had caught a fish. We should have left it on, but instead, I heard something slap the water, but I don't see any ripples. What in the heck? Oh, you watch soccer. That's what's up. So I guess Jason watched USA win 4-1, which I also have a bone to pick here, guys, because apparently on Thursday there was a hockey game and I missed it because I was on the broadcast. So I had to pay out a $75 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card, and I missed the hockey game. I'm not really into hockey, but I watch sports is all I'll say. So I didn't get to watch that. Hey Moon, I got a question for you. Do you increase the number of emojis that you put in when I'm drinking water? Do you increase it by the amount of time that I'm drinking water, or is it always a set number? Because it seems to vary a little bit. All right, dudes, we will be fishing till about 11-ish. I think something bit me in the neck. We'll be fishing till about 11-ish, my dudes. I do believe that the World Cup games start at 2 p.m. Central Time. Okay, so there's no rhyme or reason. Moon just sends as many as he feels is necessary. That's a vampire? What are you talking about, dog? Yeah, so back to my gas story. I had put in, today, I was like, dude, it's only gonna take probably 20 to 30 gallons. So I put gas, I'm chilling, and then next thing you know, 20 to 30 gallons becomes, spoiler alert, way more than that. And it wasn't great. Also, moderator, just FYI, I left the truck on accessories just so I could be listening to jams while I was filling up the boat. Apparently it took longer than I thought, but what do you call it? The truck advised me, it said start the truck, your battery is low. So maybe one of our batteries is not holding charge like it should. Just F, Y, and I. Oh, got it. All right. Sorry about that, Spot. I was not tracking. I was like, oh, something bit me in the neck. And then you said, the world is a vampire, or whatever that song says. Snizook, I see you are treading the fine line. Smashing Pumpkins, but I don't know. I think it says the world is a vampire, but maybe it says someone else is a vampire. I'm pretty sure that me and the guy from Smashing Pumpkins, we have the same haircut. Not the same barber, but I think we have the same haircut. Should I put that deep diving crank back on? More fish, less talk. Sir, yes, sir. Well, sir, yes, sir. We will attempt to. Let me send it down the line because, you know, when you guys had those phones, those strings with the cups, and you guys used to play like some kind of phone game when you guys were smaller. Maybe you play it now still. Maybe you guys are anti-surveillance. So you're all like, okay, look, guys, the government cannot track me if I use these phones that have a cord and a cup, which is actually somewhat smart, maybe. But yeah, so let me send that down the line and let the fish know that you are requesting more fish and less talk. For those of you who are not bilingual, that was, yo homies, this vato wants more fish, so you guys need to bite. It seems like it was less syllables in fish talk, but don't worry, they got the message, bro. They definitely got the message. Let's see if they send me a message back. Snazook. It is not a matter of where anything falls on the political line, bro. It is the fact that we do not discuss it, bro. Because this is a sanctuary, a politics-free sanctuary. Now, if you just wanted to discuss data centers as just on their own, well, then that discussion could be had. But you came in asking about what I saw, something about voting for governor, and then data centers and things like that. So that's a slippery slope, my dude. So that's why, if you want to discuss data centers on their own, they can be discussed. I mean, we've got many, as Unlimited says, learned doctors here that will discuss the merits of AI, but it is a slippery slope there, dude. All right, so I got stuck in the good stuff. I think I will put on that deep diving crankbait and send it down there. Yo, what up, Tim? Tim, the winner, but not winner, of the last subscriber giveaway. Alas, Tim did not win, but he won. His name was selected, but he did not win. Now remember, guys, I do have a subscriber giveaway that will be happening next Friday. All you got to do is be a subscriber and put a comment in that video. This time I put $50 7K subscriber giveaway so that there is no confusion. That's where you got to go. Okay, I'm going to drag this jig for a little bit right here, and I'm going to switch to that deep diving crank. But I've been throwing this deep diving crank that I don't really like the color of, so I'm going to switch it to the blue jizzy. To the blue jizzy. Friday at 5 p.m. Central. Now, Tim, it's fine that you were living a life and enjoying it, bro. We're just stating a fact. You state a fact, we state a fact. And we're all stating facts. Tim was racing, but we had to do the giveaway. All right, let's find my deep diving crank. Those bizbaits stinking. Well, this is a 5XD. This is a 15-foot diver. We'll just throw it. I mean, it's not that deep out here anyhow. I mean, where I'm at, yes, but where we are throwing to, it's only maybe about 10 feet or so. This is a nicely rusted bait. Okay, we're gonna cut off this bait real quick. This is the lipless crankbait. Maybe we should have thrown that before we just cut it off. Whatever, it's life. Did you post a giveaway post? Yeah, dog, it's out there. It's under 7K. Well, it says $50 7K subscriber giveaway. All right, Blue Jizzy. We re-upped on the entire family, so please do not get lost instantly. I might even have to throw a shaky head out there. So once a week, dog, you've got to. There was a time in the past where we did one once every 2 weeks for like, I don't know how many months we did that. It was quite a few months. It's quite a few months, doc. But you guys got to go easy on me, bro. Ooh, I'm not liking that. We're gonna cut that off. Abrasions galore. I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have. Sorta, kinda. Oh, I could throw that. Ah! Well, okay, before Spot Snatcher asks, I don't have any buzz baits. So, my bad. But that's life. All right. We now have our deep diving crank. We're gonna throw. This is the Blue Jizzy. I did do a little bit of modification to the Blue Jizzy. I added a little rust on there, as you can tell. A little rust on the bottom portion right there. That's a rod cast exclusive. Put some rust on this hook, this chingle dingles. So, it's an exclusive. You won't find it mostly anywhere else. Did I wax my head. No, bro, what you're seeing right there is probably the sheen of sweat. The last time I shaved my head was potentially Wednesday. I don't feel this guy hitting rock bottom. I'm trying to hit this area. There's a little hump on there. Trying to get it down there to where I believe these suckers are at, but if they're not, they're not. The jig should have brought them up, but not the case. It better not be emanating too much, bro, because it might cause my hat to come off, and I don't want that. All right, we've got enough sun on the dome. We're gonna put our hat back on. Nice, calm water. Ain't great, but it is what it is. Where are you at, shaky head? This shaky head has a mag dizzy on it. We don't usually go when we're going this deep. This is probably going to cause a problem. That hook looks like it's bent out. Looks a little bent out, so we'll bend it back. Okay, hook looks mostly back to normal. Now, I will tell you guys that this hook is also rusty. But that's okay. I ain't worried about it. This will also allow me some time to check out the chat. So, I don't want to do it daily, Johnny, because that takes up some time. So, I just do it every so often. Because you got to understand, bro, the surface area of my head is a little bit bigger than that of most people. So because of that, I don't want to spend, I'm basically landscaping my head, and I don't want to spend that much time landscaping my head. So I do it roughly once a week. Yo, Snizook, are you saying that you're gonna embrace fully bald? Yak went bald at 23. Dude, all I'm seeing is a bunch of vatos here. This is like Bald Vatos Anonymous. It's like at 23, I went bald and I have been bald ever since. It has been this many years since I was able to grow my hair out. Or whatever the case is, this is where we go to this is where we go to, you know that we have support. Dude, so let me tell you guys. So prior to being bald, the guy that you guys have known all of my YouTube life, prior to going bald, dudes, I was like rico suave, bro. I had hair that, I mean, bro, if I told it to do something, it just would. So most of my life, I wore it slick back, all gangster style, right? But then every now and then I would grow it out. And when I grew my hair out, it was a sight to behold. Ask the moderator. It was, when I wanted it to be straight, I would just comb it and it would be straight. When I wanted it to be curly, wavy / curly, then I would just spritz some water on it and then it would magically change shape. It was a beautiful thing. And then I guess that's when the good Lord said, "Little Samson, give me your hair. You have done too much damage on this world with that hair." So he took it from me. And I was all like, okay, well, I guess this is the life I lead now. And so as he took it from me, I said, well, I have to embrace it. And I just shaved it, dude. Like, you just gotta embrace it eventually and be like, all right, this is who I am now, okay? I got a shaved head. I'll deal with it. We got Moses hair. So Spot Snatcher had Moses hair. I had Samson hair. What other biblical hair types did we have when we were all not bald? I would like to see this. You know what we should do, guys? This is what we should do. We should band together. We should all submit pictures of our hair prior to us either shaving our head or losing the hair, right? So if you guys want to submit them to alatinbassassin@gmail.com, then what we'll do is I'll post all of us together. I'll say we'll give this about I don't know, on Thursday. On Thursday, we will, Thursday night, assuming I remember, that was weird. On Thursday night, I will post all these pictures of what we used to look like with our long hair, or head of hair. It doesn't have to be long. It's the amount of hair that you were comfortable displaying on the internet. Okay, Colin, you have self-eliminated. Do not. Okay, so this is what I just found out right now. Colin, at least back in the day, was the Medusa of dudes. Now, it wouldn't... I gotta be very careful here because I'm gonna go down a slippery slope. He, if you saw him, you wouldn't turn to stone, but you would definitely get hard. So that's what he's claiming, is that if he, I might have taken that one a little too far, but if you saw a picture of him, he would turn you, and that is all. He would turn you. Wow. Wow. He is the Medusa of dudes, or was, because right now he might not be. Wow. That was a bold statement. I thought me saying I had Samson hair was a bold statement, and I'm not saying I had his strength, but I'm saying that I had like cool hair. But Colin is just, I mean, I don't even want to see that picture, Colin. You better never send me that picture ever. Oh man, wow. That is a claim I never thought. Wow. All right, guys, I'm just gonna do you the favor, and if Colin sends me any images, I will promptly delete them. I am not going to fall victim to that. The moderator is going to see my bags packed. She's like, what? Where are you going? I'm going to Canada. I'm going to Canada, moderator. She's like, why are you going to Canada? Just don't worry about it, moderator. Just know things are never going to be the same anymore. I don't think it's going to work out. And then I'm just going to leave. That is what's alleged would happen if anybody bestows their eyes upon said image of Colin with hair. Sounds like I'm scared it will work. Everybody believes Medusa to be a mythical creature, but I'm not looking at Medusa. I'm not gonna chance it. Because what if I have the same reaction that I would to Colin's alleged picture? If I had that when I saw Medusa, well, now I'm just in trouble. All right, guys, one fish off of here, we're out of here. And I will let you guys know that there was, I don't know where it went. I don't know if somebody took it away, but there was a mythical island of vegetation right here like 3 days ago. Wait till we see bromance. Okay, well, let me ask you a question, Colin. Let me ask you a Colin question. All right, let me ask you a question, Colin. this is starting to make sense here. Okay. So you guys fell into a trap because you guys looked at each other, and that's why you're such good friends. Because, and I'm air quoting that, because you guys looked at each other and then you had no way of escaping your each other's spells. So you guys then allegedly you then became extremely close, let's call it. And the only way that you guys broke the spell is when you guys started to lose your hair. And then you looked at each other and you're like, what did we just do? What's going on here? Like, why are we? And then just without, so it didn't get super weird, you guys just said, okay, we could still be friends, but we're gonna have to cease all the benefits. And you guys amicably left, and you guys still keep in touch. You know what I'm saying? You're buds, but you are no longer the same type of buds that you used to be, because you fell into each other's spell, let's call it. So all of that was allegedly. The only way to verify it, because Colin may say yes or no, is to get Bromance to verify it. Because, you know, it's that type of thing that maybe if Colin's with his friends, he's all like, nah, nothing happened, nah, we were cool, we were just buddies, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But if Bromance is there, he's probably not going to be able to just so easily dismiss it, because Bromance is going to be all like, hey buddy, you're not going to tell him, eh? Come on, pal. And then Colin's just going to be all like, I'm not your pal, buddy. I thought we were buddies, pal. And then boom, the truth really comes out. That's what I'm thinking, but again, these are all allegations. All right, we're out of here. Not even a shaky head would make these guys, except for that one fish over there. It's getting toasty, guys. I could feel the beads of sweat going down my back. It's not a great sensation. But it is the sensation that tells me it's going to be toasty. I don't know where we're actually going. Who changed my maps? What just happened here? Somebody changed my maps? How are my maps stupid? Hey, Lawrence, don't start your bullshit again. Excuse me. Do not start your bullshit again. Excellent. Let's restart the computer. I mean, the fish finder. Okay, so guys, we're gonna have to. Johnny Z said his first shave was with dog clippers. What the heck? How did you cut every single individual hair with some dog nail clippers, bro? How'd you do that? That seems to take a long time, but that's dedication. He used the dog clippers. Let's go to bald hump. I mean, we should, for all the bald vatos here, we should go to bald hump. So one fish situation here. What happened to my maps? That's what's disturbing me. Okay, guys, so remember to enter that subscriber giveaway. All you gotta do is be a subscriber and put a comment in the $50 7K subscriber giveaway video, and you will be entered to win a $50 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card, bros. That is a little thank you that I do for the homies. So remember, Cubo Grandmaster. Yo, I'm not gonna judge you, Johnny. If you want to use dog clippers, then go right ahead, dog. I mean, we each have limited time on this earth, and if you wanna use it, I mean, that's probably teaching you patience. It's teaching you a lot of patience out there. And okay, guys, I'm gonna go try this area over here. I haven't tried it, and dudes, I get my jigs stuck in this area all the freaking time. And it makes me mad. But I'll tell you, I have caught zero. I'm talking about not negative, almost negative, but zero, not positive, but zero fish off of this area. And I know that I see them on there, but I cannot get them to bite. But let's not say that I didn't get them to bite, because I believe that I've had bites, but I missed them because I'm afraid that it's a rock and I'm gonna get stuck. And that's what this area is. It is extremely dangerous, perilous as it were, for my jig. Where in the heck are my sun gloves? Uh-oh. I don't know where my sun gloves are, guys. Well, son of a fish. Okay, guys, we have zero sun gloves. That means potentially our hands are not going to match the rest of us in terms of darkness. I am going to look like reverse Mickey Mouse. I am going to have dark hands, lighter-ish arms. So yeah, dudes, I have lost quite a bit. Oh, spot snatcher, I'll be chilling. Let me just post up and spot lock, and then I'll be ready for the catch. Not the fish catch, but the catch of the gloves. That maybe I could check my my glove compartment, see if there's a pair in there. I doubt it. All right, guys, we're gonna line this up. This might take a little bit. I'm telling you guys, I will see fish here and I will never get them to bite. This must be the area that they go to when they fast. Okay, there's eelgrass over here, so that kind of sucks. So that has eliminated at least the crankbait bite. That was, I mean, dude, it was beautiful on the other side where I was just fishing. Not a single blade of eelgrass, and now there's just eelgrass scattered about. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I like fishing slow baits. I cannot lie. It's all about slow baits, no trebles. Okay, I'm gonna go right over the top of this. I gotta line this up. Keep your eyes peeled, vato. Line it up. Find a landmark. Who's out here busting caps? Find a landmark. Cruise to it. And then line it up behind you. Okay, potentially that and that. I'll forget about it by the time I turn around. Okay, there's a stump right there. That's cool. Comes up 15 feet. There is so much chaos down there that's possible to murder your jig. So on one side, it's just a regular kind of cool whatever drop, like a slow taper. But on the other side, my dudes, it is like a drop. Okay, did Snozook just admit that he has the ability to get a dude's number? What's going on here, Snozook? And that lucky dude just so happens to be Kenny Powers. Kenny Powers, you lucky dog. Snozook is gonna trick you into giving him your number. All right, guys, we're gonna line it up. I better get some water. Moon, emoji me. A lot of eelgrass here, guys. Moon, post my theme emojis. There is a lot of eelgrass. Yo, what's up, Al? What's happening? Al, have you received that gift card yet? Son of a fish. Okay. I know it hasn't been a year since I had this problem with these maps. So, what is going on here? What is going on here? Let's just post up right here. Let's just post up. Remember, guys, I have never, ever, 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 ever caught a fish right here. Do I see him doing some things? Yes. Have I ever caught a fish here? No. Am I gonna fish here? Yes. Dang, bro. Either L doesn't utilize technology, or I hope that these are all right. I just received a text message. And okay, so they are acknowledging that they sent me an image. So my guess is that they want me to display these images. Well, or should I save them for Thursday? Remember, guys, if you have pictures, if you are currently bald or balding, and you are holding on to the last freaking follicles of hair left on your head, and you are wanting to put some shine on those last few hairs before it's too late, go ahead and send me that photo to, look, they're doing dumb stuff right there, to latinbassassin@gmail.com. And on Thursday, I will, they busted up over there, I will post them. I know it's not a fishing picture, but bros, if you don't know, then you must not have watched the Rodcast that much, because the Rodcast is much more than just fishing. So, Spot Snatcher Unlimited, do you guys want me to show these photos that you have graciously sent us? Because I will definitely display them. Well, let me check Spot Snatcher's photos first before I display them. I had to put the phone down real quick because I was either on a rock or I was getting bit, but apparently it was just a rock. Spot Snatcher, these photos do not show you with hair. These, I mean, one, you got a beanie in one of them. So, did we move on from head hair to facial hair? Oh, okay. Because that you see, bro, the questions I'm about to ask are the questions you answer. Because I was looking at them and I was like, dude, there is no head hair here. Now, Unlimited's it's a mixture of both. So he is on topic. So Unlimited, are you willing to make these guys jelly, or or do you want to allow them to have a jelly-free Saturday? All right, guys, I'm gonna have to get a little smarter than my fish finder. Are you smarter than a fish finder? I'm going to have to use the maps on my phone in order for me to... Yo, what's up, old school? All right. Unlimited has said that he wants you guys to see this photo. Now, I cannot be held accountable for any emotions, feelings, insecurities that this unlocks in you. I can only tell you that it's not my fault. That's all I can tell you. Let me first cast to another spot real quick before I do this. And there's a lot of eelgrass. Eelgrass, I don't think I like you. Let that be known. Okay, here we go, guys. This right here, this right here is what Unlimited referred to as a, I don't remember what he said in the chat, that he is a sexy, we'll just call it a sexy person. Here we go, guys. While my jig soaks out there. This right here is the picture that Unlimited wanted you guys to see. And with his permission, I will post this. It got dark. Probably for everybody's sake, it got dark. That right there. Let me go from the bottom to the top. Oh, look at that. Oh. Right there is that is, I don't know, unexplainable is what we'll go with. It is definitely unexplainable. Now, I got a lot of questions here. Why, Unlimited? Why did you go with that color of hair? Oh, why would you go with that color of hair? I guess the camera's still pointing back there. Why would I just don't understand. You were born with red hair? What the heck? I find that hard to believe there. That Unlimited was born with red hair. And now we have another hair submission. And surprisingly, this actually is a decent quality photo, because this individual usually sends me photos that are like, I mean, less than 8-bit quality. But this individual sent me a photo this individual has sent me a photo. I'm just looking at the chat right now. Has sent me a photo that's actually of some decent quality. So if you guys have not figured it out, the individual is Snizook. Now, he says that this is a photo of him hiking. I call that into question because I will slowly move it up the screen. I call that into question because this individual right here has what seems to be, under all that hair, a six-pack, which doesn't make any sense to me. Snizook, are you claiming that you're rocking a six-pack? Or maybe that was when you were younger. And that, maybe, I'll believe, maybe. I will just let you guys know that this is getting weirder and weirder. I'm over here trying to catch a fish off of an area that I have not caught a fish on. And you guys are out here distracting me by sending me, though Colin hasn't sent me the pictures. Not that I will expose you guys to them, because I know a lot of you guys question things once you saw Unlimited's picture, so maybe you don't want to see Colin's picture. I'm really not happy that my maps are not working. So we're just gonna have to fish using Braille. I'm gonna keep on casting and feeling where these rocks are. Colin is out here. Okay. I think Colin is, he's on a warpath, guys. I think it's because Canada only tied. He's out here. He's calling into question a lot of things. He's saying Snizook ain't seen a six-pack in a bazillion years. Bob, I mean, it depends on, like, if you have a problem, then a keg is probably not better. But if you can consume within restrictions, then a six-pack would be better, I would assume. I don't know. I don't consume alcohol. So it's just merely speculation. How did you guys both send the same? Okay, this is getting weird. We're in a simulation, guys. We are in some sort of simulation. Great kegs think alike. That's what I'm gonna go with. Dudes, I'm telling you, this area right here, it sets up real nice, but I've never caught a fish off of it. And I was really hoping to get rid of that never part. So now I'm in some rock. That felt a little weird, that sensation right there. keg beer is the best. I will take your word for it. Four Locos. Did you see? Snozook might be learning here. And Al, I saw that you put that you don't want to be consumed by technology or consumed with technology, but if somebody's sending me $75 in Tackle Warehouse gift card, I'm not technology consuming, but I will be looking out for said gift card. It was in the early 2000s. Are you telling me that you have not drank from a keg in 26 years or slightly less? Oh, the Rodcast moves markets, bro. And apparently, the market that it is moving is the wig market. So you heard it here, guys. You might want to invest, and the Rodcast does not give investing advice. Choose wisely in all your investments. Investments they include risk. You are not guaranteed to make money, but you guys might want to invest in the wig market, because apparently all these vatos, I mean, they might all be having a midlife crisis, and they all want to go back to yesteryear when they had hair. Oh my God. The wig market is going to spike one wig at a time. These homies are wigging out. They are going to, you're just going to see a whole bunch of vatos that are in midlife crises or crises, whatever the heck the multiple of a crisis is. You're going to see a whole bunch of them. You're going to see a whole bunch of them walking the streets. Colin's gonna send a picture, but there's gonna be a lady in it. Let me ask you a question, Colin. Is it Leather Pants Sarah? Is that the lady? I mean, bro, I could zoom in if you need. I could crop. I have the ability to crop while I'm here. I mean, I'm trying to fish, but I'll crop, dog. Yo, so, what do you call it? Four Locos. Of course, I attended high school parties and stuff like that, but I don't drink. I never have. So because of that, I've never, tasted the difference between a beer from a keg, a beer from this, that, a beer from a different manufacturer. I don't know the difference of any of that, dude. But actually, I only have one keg incident that has stuck with me through all time. And I got in trouble the last time that I told this story, so let me text my brother and verify that I can say it before my... So I think Unlimited just wanted to give us all a chance, because at some point in time, I mean, he's looking a little, I don't want to spoil it, but he's looking very, you shall not pass. He's looking very Gandalf-ish right here. So let's show you guys this image before I text my brother and ask if I could tell this story, because it's been quite a long time since I've told this story. But the last time I told this story and I sent a link to my siblings, my sister got mad at me and said, "Why are you making fun of your brother?" And I was like, he's my brother. That's why. Okay, here we go. This is the Puerto Rican Gandalf right there. No vas a pasar, way. I don't know if Puerto Ricans say way. They probably don't. So, dang, washalo. That's a Puerto Rican Gandalf. Yo, Jamar, where you been? I've been wanting to start some beef with you, dude. Mainly only because of your ability to tell the weather or lack thereof. Because you promised me a spring that was gonna show up instantly. And I assure you, bro, there were multiple times that spring, I questioned whether spring was gonna ever show up at all. But what's up, Jamar? Long time no see. It tastes, okay, well, Yak says it tastes like horse pee, so that tells me that Yak has dabbled in the, I don't want to say consumption, but the taste testing of horse urine. That's an older version of Snoozuk's picture. Okay, guys. One day I'm gonna get focused. One day I'm gonna get focused and catch a fish. We're just out here just throwing lines in the place that I've never caught a fish. I'm gonna throw lines from the other side. But I gotta text my brother. He might not be awake right now, and ask him. Actually, let me call him. I'll mic off. Well, let me see. I won't mic off. You guys just won't be able to hear him. Now, see. Yo. Yo, what up, dog? Oh. Yeah, I called you to see if I had permission to tell your keg story. I mean, you could say it, but your version is gonna suck. And then I'll say my version. Yeah, I'm live right now, so I had to get permission before, you know. No, they can't hear you, but if you want them to hear you, they can. Because you got scared. Agua shallow. Oh, nah, bro. Agua shallow. Oh, so you're gonna want half of. Dang, bros, that looks. I mean, I'm seeing fish. I'm seeing. You're gonna want the proceeds or money off of this, the rights to your story. Well, you know. Okay. All right. All right. Later, dog. All right, bros. I got permission. We got permission, but this idiot says that I have to give him some kind of monetary compensation. All right, so, all right, guys, let me show you guys what I went over and why it just makes me so mad when I cruise in this area and I don't catch a fish. I just want to, I question if these fish even know that they're fish and what they're supposed to be doing. And I'm like, dude, what the heck is wrong with you fish? So, this might be a little hard to see, but that right there is what I saw when I cruised over the top of this area. Now, again, I can't really throw a crankbait here because right now there is just all kinds of eelgrass on top. So it's making me mad. Making me very mad. I guess you guys couldn't really see most of it. But I just see a whole bunch of... It's making me mad. It's making me very mad. Okay. Oh, guys, I gotta fight it. I mean, this isn't a long-haired picture, but I gotta fight it. I gotta fight it off. It's trying to turn me. I just saw the image. The male Medusa has sent it. It's trying to turn me. It hurts. I'm out of here. Fight it. Fight it. Dude stuff. Chicks are hot. It's trying to overwhelm me. Chicks are the best. Moderator, don't get mad at me. I gotta do this to fight off turning. Chicks for life. All right, guys. So we received the image. The image that we were told that would basically, it would cause you guys to turn into the not heterosexual version of the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't want to turn into the Hulk, but he's forced to because he can't control himself. So the Hulk would much rather stay David Banner than turn into the Hulk because he doesn't like that feeling. So in this particular case, Colin tried to turn me into the not heterosexual Hulk, and what do you call it? It didn't work. It didn't work. So Al, that was only one little piece that I showed you because I was cruising through there and I was seeing fish pop up. It's making me mad. It's making me mad. All right, so we're going to zoom in. Now, probably the hardest part of this resistance was I'm gonna call it the blue steel from, I think it's called blue steel in Zoolander. The blue steel look that is being given in this picture, as though, hey, bromance, hey, buddy, welcome. Welcome, bromance, buddy. Bromance. We gotta catch you up on a lot, dog. We gotta catch you up on so much, but just a little cliff notes of what's going on here. For those of you who do not know what cliff notes is, it was something back in the day when you actually had to read a book or read something like that and potentially write a report on it or whatever, or understand a topic of some sort. You would go to this and it would give you the information necessary to potentially pass a test. Now, the youngins refer to that as AI, because AI does everything for you. And so, is this the first fish I've ever caught here? Not yet, it ain't. It better not be a catfish. Is this the first fish I've ever caught here? It is a bass. It is a bass. It's a bass. It's the first one I've hooked here in this area. Let's just enjoy this moment, guys. This is the first fish I've ever hooked in this area. It is not a big fish. It is a fish. Oh, oh, oh. Yes. That's what's up, dogs. I don't even care the size of the fish. I was just trying to catch a fish here because all these times that I've thrown over here, it just didn't turn out well. In fact, I'm going to get this fish and show you guys something. This is how stupid this spot is. Oh, this is how topsy-turvy and dumb this spot actually is. Again, this is not a big fish, guys. But this will basically tell you what I think about this spot right here. So look, guys. Sorry, bromance, that this fish interrupted this. But look at this. How in the fun do I do this? Oh, what the heck is that? I don't even know if I should count this. How did I catch this fish? This makes no sense. He is hooked underneath the gill plate. What? Bros, he is not hooked in the mouth. No. He is somehow hooked underneath the gill plate. I don't get it, bros. But there was a fish. Look at this. Technically not under the gill plate, but what in the heck was that? I don't get it, but it is a fish. It is official. There is a fish on this spot. And I'm not going to weigh this guy. He's probably not even 2 pounds. No tag. But this is officially the first fish that I have caught here on this spot. That's what's up. Weirdest hook set I have ever seen. Well, actually, there's one more hook set that I did. I'm not proud of, but I do have a picture of it. I don't even know how that one happened. So there was no bleeding, dog. It was somehow like in the plate on the outside. I don't know what happened, dog. I'm not gonna explain it. It was on the outside, not underneath, inside the opening of the gill plate. It was on the outside. Weird. All right, yeah, so guys or kids, AI, blah, blah, blah. You have not missed Colin's pick, bro. Okay. So we're back to whatever we were talking about. Yeah, bro, Matt. So we're gonna catch you up here. There was a fish, first fish I've ever caught on this spot. Now I've had bites, but I've missed them, and apparently I must have missed them because these fish bite with their gill plates, so it's a little harder to catch them. But so Colin said that if he submitted a picture, that the amount of dudes that were into chicks would drop, because those said dudes, once they gazed upon this photo, they would then be basically chasing. So I wanted to say something, but we'll pull it back. They will be chasing a Canadian dream, right? They're going to be searching for Canadian bacon. You know what I'm saying? So, because of that, we hesitated to show this photo that I just got. And if you saw me fighting off some kind of unseen force, well, that unseen force was the moment that I looked at the photo, gazed upon it, and that is G-A-Z-E-D, gazed upon it, all right? So, not any other form that could be making a word into a verb. So, I gazed upon it, and as I gazed upon it, I fought the urges successfully, I might add. And then so he ended up giving you props there, bromance. He said, if you guys think that you're going to be impressed with my photo, if bromance submitted a photo when he was a young buck out there in the game, then definitely you guys would be amazed by that photo. So then that's when I speculated that the reason that you guys are so close is because you guys fell under each other's spell. I mean, there's no way to avoid it, because you guys both had some kind of je ne sais quoi, an allure, animal attraction that one could not escape. So if you guys both look at each other, then at that point in time, you guys become, well, let's say best of buds. And then as the years passed, and as it happens to all of us, as the spell, basically the power of the spell, it lessened, then that's when you guys were able to escape the mutual spell. And then you determined, yo, bro, it's a little bit weird here. Like, let's just go back to being homies. And then you guys mutually agreed, we're homies again. And then life continued however Canadian life continues. So that was the speculation there, bromance. I'm glad you're caught up. So, all right. Yak says that maybe I misread it, and he meant that because maybe he was using the universal guise, not guys. You know what I'm saying? He was using the universal guise, like when you walk into a room, yo, what's up, guys? Whether it's got like a mixture of dudes or chicks, or if it's just all dudes. I've never walked into a room with all girls. Have I? Let me think about this one for a minute. Have I walked into a room with all girls and been like, yo, what's up, guys? Maybe I have. I don't know. But, what do you call it? Yak says that, that he meant that he turned the chicas. He made the chicas alleged, I don't know, softball players or whatever sports that, WNBA players, I don't know. That was very weird. And by those words, I just mean that they just got better at sports, is all I'm saying. So WNBA players, they just became better at basketball as soon as they see Colin's picture. I don't know for a fact. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you guys the Canadian Blue Steel. Now, I cannot be held, I got to put this disclaimer out there, I cannot be held responsible for whatever major life changes this brings to you guys. You know what I'm saying? So, if all of a sudden you start packing your bags and you feel like you need some Canadian bacon, then so be it. But you cannot charge me for the price of the plane ticket for whatever happens financially or physically, whatever the case is. I am not to be held liable. So, here we go. Whew. Canadian bacon, here we go. Here we go. And I'm assuming that Colin is saying that a lot of women might be damaged in this because he's talking about the vatos might leave them. But here we go. I zoomed in to keep the other person. I don't know who that person is. Colin didn't verify if that was Sarah or not. At least I didn't see it. So the other person is not in the photo. But, son of... I gotta zoom in again because I touched the photo. But here we go, guys. Good luck. I'll pray for you all. Here we go. The big reveal. Blue Steel. Canadian bacon. Oh, there you guys go. I can feel you all turning as we speak. Canadian bacon is in the house. Blue Steelin'. Look at that raised eyebrow. Look at that raised eyebrow, bro. If that is not the eyebrow of confidence, I don't know what is. He knew his picture was gonna be taken, and then he just looks and he's all like, raise that one brow. That's my look. He might have even duck-faced. Let me look at this and see if this guy duck-faced. Let me see if this guy duck-faced. Nope, it's close, but that is not a duck face. I keep it real. He did not duck face. But rather than keep his mouth closed in the photo, he opened it ever so slightly to draw your eye and be all like, what's up? I got the brow up, the confidence, and I'm not going to close my mouth. I'm going to have it slightly open. Bob is buying a plane ticket already. Bob is buying a plane ticket. Okay, let me give you a little bit of info about Colin. You can't just go to anywhere in Canada. You have to go to a specific area in Canada. It is Canada. So you'll have to go to Canada to find Canadian bacon. Wow. Wow. I mean, a smoldering pose. That might be a better description of that. Oh, now to push you guys over the edge, the only other the last piece that we need is a picture of bromance. If we get a picture of bromance in his younger days, you guys are done for. You guys are done for. You're just gonna be all like, hey bro, we've all moved to Canada now. We're all Canadian citizens in search of the ultimate prize. Yes, once you get to past the Canadian border, you just need to say, hey buddy, you happen to know Colin, huh? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, pal, we all know each other. And boom. Ah, best bud bromance. Yes, that Colin. And boom. It's that easy. Yo, Moon. Emoji me. I almost drowned. Then I turned into Batman, apparently. When you almost drown, you become Batman. Right now, my jig is sitting down there. We've caught a bass off of this spot. We should probably leave. It's what we do. Dang, MFC threw it back all the way to self-romance. Oh my God. But it's true. It came full circle now because we all wondered, what the heck Colin's inviting people to the broadcast that have the handle self-romance? And then now we'll truly understand why that was his name. That's a good eye there, Creel. And we'll just be like, yeah, that makes sense. What other choice did he have than to use that handle? Now, we mean the YouTube handle. We are not speculating about any other handles that Bromance may be utilizing. We're just saying self-romance. Wait, Yak has sent me an email. Yo, I only move so that you can see me, dog. Dang, bro, was I salsa dancing? What was I doing right there? Whatever it is, you guys know. Don't mess with me on the dance floor, vato. Ay, washalo. Don't mess with me on the dance floor, bro. Don't ever ask for a dance off. I gotta quit dancing because Unlimited is gonna start saying potentially stuff about me, and then he's gonna remember that sunset hump situation over there. It's gonna be different. So never challenge me to a dance-off, guys, because you might not be leaving with the same amount of people that showed up with you. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm going to tell them, excuse me, you need to go in the other vehicle. But as I slam the door in their face, they will jump on my windshield and be like, no, I must go home with you. And I'll be like, yo, dog, there's just no way. You got to get out of here. So just letting you guys know, there will be potentially some damage to my vehicle thanks to my dance moves. Oh, that's a pontoon boat playing some music. Will we get a bromance picture before 11-ish? Bros, we've caught 2 fish this entire time. But have we... What is this? This guy's sending me a YouTube link. Hold on. I had to lower my volume. Okay, well, Yak has found a way to basically overcome Colin's spell. I would share this with you guys, but I'm not gonna. I mean, it's good information right there. Maybe 2 more casts right here, guys, and then we will move on. What we will not move on from is the blue steel photo that we got. Colin, now let me ask you a question. At what time in your life was that photo taken? Was that taken fairly recent or many moons ago? Man, I don't know how long I can stay out here without these gloves. Oh, the email is going off. Hey, wait a second. There's one glove. Do I got a second glove in here? Let me see, guys. I might have a spare set of gloves in here, and I never even knew. Or maybe I knew, but I forgot because I never thought I'd use them. Oh! Here we go. We have another set of gloves in here. How did that happen? Colin said that came 5 years ago? Oh, the keg story. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, Creel. It's a good thing I have you guys to remember stuff. Dudes, Washala Bros, we have some hook gloves brought to you by who knows where they came from. Apparently, I had them at some point in time. I do believe that I got rid of these because, as you can tell, I should do whatever those finger flexors do with the lights. I don't know what they're called, but they'll be doing finger movements. But as you can tell, my fingers are exposed by a lot. So now I'm gonna have weird suntan right here, and then the rest of my hand's gonna be a different color. So that's why I stopped wearing these gloves. The buff gloves go all the way up to your last finger bend. So only the tips of your finger look stupid. Yes, I have to be camouflaged here bass fishing, because if not, the fish will see me. So we have added to our fit. This is our last cast here, but we have added to our fit, guys. And let us not forget, our fit also includes a Rode microphone. This Rode microphone has more hair on the top of it than I do. I should probably toss it into the water, but I'm not a hater, so go ahead. Do your thing, Rode mic with more hair than I do. Oh, these are from the classic. Maybe. Who knows? What's classic is that I don't remember. And also remember, guys, the maps are not working. I don't know what happened. I'm getting real mad. So let us now continue to the... I mean, it's a good story to tell right about now. Because what we're doing is we're melding together the entire conversation that we're having. So hopefully Four Locos is still here to hear the story, because he is the reason that we are about to tell this story. We got permission from my brother. He said, yes, you can tell that story. What the funk? Yeah, my ankle's back, boys. My ankle is back. Here we go. I'm about to bust a little single leg. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bravery and stupidity. Whew. They're very close. Will I be paying for that later on? Maybe. But I do believe that I missed a fish right there. Boy, son of a fish. Okay, so story about my brother. Again, I got in trouble the last time that I told this story. My sister got mad because she said, why are you making fun of your brother in front of blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, what the heck? Who is this guy? A little wuss? So I got his permission. He said, you can tell the story. In fact, I think he said he wanted to tell a version of the story, but I told him his version would suck. So here we go. He might be watching right now even. You might pop in the comments and say, that's a lie, but it's not a lie. So here we go. Well, okay, I don't know why bass fishing is... He's playing with fire right there. You are definitely playing with fire there, bass fishing. So here we go, guys. Me and my brother, there was 3 of us in total. My oldest brother and my youngest brother. The other brother that you guys know, who knows where that idiot was? Maybe he lived in Alabama at that time. I don't know. But we were, I do believe, well, me and my older brother, we were adults, which means we're over 18. And my younger brother either had recently graduated from high school or was still in high school. One or the other, but he was pretty close, right? So in the area that we live, I mean, it's not a big area. So multiple small towns had to go to one high school. So we were in an area that was far from our house, but still within the school district at the time. So we go to an event. The event will remain unknown, nameless, but we were at an event. We were there with our father. So we're there with our father, and our father was the one who took us in said vehicle. We all went over there together. So as always, I thought we would all leave at the same time. But as the event started to die down, my brother decided that he wanted to stay a little bit longer. So he was a little bit lubricated. So he's lubricated, and he's just like, yo, dog, hey, you want to stay to be at this event until it truly shuts down? And I was like, bro, how? We're here with our dad. He's our ride. He's leaving right now. So how are we going to stay? And my brother, which I should probably not trust them when they're lubricated. My brother was all like, hey, don't worry about it, bro. Wow. He tried the raw Wow. He didn't even... Wow. I'm not even touching it. So, my brother was all like, dude, don't worry. I already got someone that would give us a ride. I was like, you sure? They're going to give us a ride all the way to the house, because our house is out of the way from, like, most places. Our house is... Well, my parents' house is like in the smallest town away from like whatever. And I was like, dude, nobody's giving us a ride all the way over there, in my mind. And he was like, no, they said they'd give us a ride. I was like, okay. So I checked with him one more time. I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, dude, they're going to give us a ride. I was like, okay, forget about it. Let's do it. So somehow he also convinced my little brother to stay. So we're there, and this is in the winter time. This is desert winter, not like Four Locos winter. Four Locos probably went to sleep because it took so long to tell the story. He's probably like, bro, I'm still on Friday. So I don't know if he's still here or not. So we end up hanging out at this event, and we go out to the parking lot. And as we're walking to the parking lot, I'm like, yo, dude, where your homies at? Who's going to give us a ride home? He's like, oh, yeah, wait, it's these guys over here. And I was like, okay. And so he goes, but first let's walk this way. And I was like, why? Are you Aerosmith, bro? Are we Run DMC? And we're all like, walk this way, talk this way, walk this way. And I'm like, dude, don't give me a kiss, because that's weird. But I was like, dude, why are we walking? We're walking past all the cars. We are about to walk outside of this parking lot. And then he's all like, no, wait, trust me, wait. Let's keep on going. So now we're in the road. And I was like, dude, what are we doing in the road? He's like, no, just start walking. And I was like, I have no idea what this dude's doing. And I was like, dude, why are we walking? Are we walking all the way home? And he's like, no, these guys are going to pick us up. So I didn't question it, because I was like, okay, I don't know what the deal is behind all this. So let's just put faith in my brother and we'll just see what's up. So as we're walking down the road, this is a paved road, but like desert on some of the side of the road, right? So, so then he ends up telling us there was a little cinder block wall that was being built to our right as we were walking down the road. And I was like, dude, why are we walking? This doesn't make any sense. We could have just gone home with our dad. And he's like, no, trust me. So as soon as the first car comes out of the parking lot, this fool says, hey, get down, jump over the wall, get down. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So not understanding the situation, but knowing that sometimes you don't question what is going on, because as you're standing there questioning, you might be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I'm just all like, okay, I guess we're all gonna jump this wall and lay behind it. And we laid behind that wall as every single car came out of that parking lot. And I was like, yo, dude, what's the deal, dog? Why are we laying here? He's like, wait, just trust me. And I was like, dude, this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. We had a ride. What the heck is going on? Now, me and my brother, my younger brother, are discussing whether my brother is competent enough for us to follow him. We were gonna 25th Amendment this guy. We were just going to like forget about him and deal with him later. We'll come pick him up later. So we're there wondering, we're like discussing with ourselves, why are we laying here, dog? And then my younger brother's like, I don't know. And so we're just back and forth trying to figure out what's going on. All the cars leave. And my brother is all like, hey, wait, let's just lay here for a little bit. And I was like, dude, it's freaking cold. What do you mean let's just lay here for a little bit? He's like, yeah, wait, we'll just hang out here. And I was like, dude, is your plan that we are gonna stay here the night, sleeping in the desert in the winter where the deserts get cold? The winter nights get cold. You are gonna tell me that we are going to just lay here. Plus, it's not smart to lay on the ground if you're trying to conserve heat. So he's like, yeah, wait, we'll figure it out in a little bit. It's like, what do you mean we're gonna figure it out? All our rides have left. And he's all like, yeah, don't worry about it, dog. So he was already in the stage where he was done, bro. He was done. He was just done for. He had given up. In fact, a quote that I love to quote him on is, let me make sure that I quote it correctly because it's been a long time since I've had to quote it. He says, I do believe, and keep in mind, this was in an inebriated state. He was very lubricated. He laid on the floor and then he goes, hey, just leave me here, bro. And I'm like, we're not leaving you. He's like, leave me here. I want to die. And I'm like, what the bro, how did we go from being in an event that we were all chilling at and having a good time to where this guy is there and he's all like, it's cold. I want to die. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. You are not taking all of us down with you. So we found a school bus. It wasn't a magic school bus, so we weren't able to say, hey guys, let's shrink down to the size of blah, 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 an atom, and then just show up, or a light molecule, a light particle, and then just show up at the house like that. No, we weren't able to do any of that magic. We were just there. We saw that school bus. So some problem solving was happening. So I told my brother, hey, let's get inside the school bus so at least we have a little bit of warmth, something. And he's like, all right. So then we get into this abandoned school bus. And then we tell my brother, hey, get over here. And then he's all like, I want to die. Just leave me here. I want to die. And I was like, you got to be kidding me, dog. What the? So we end up convincing him to get into the bus. And now we're hanging out in the bus. It's still cold. So I don't like this. I don't do well in the cold. So I don't like it. So we move on. Scorpions? Oh no, we are. Yeah. This is not my brother that lives in Alabama. This is my oldest brother. So my oldest brother, fun. Funky Comadina. Whatever that was, it felt like it was fine. Or good. Very good. Son of a fish. Okay, so my brother cost me a fish. So he ends up, I'm gonna start popping this off the bottom rather than, because I got bit when I was starting to reel in. So rather than just drag it like I have, I'm gonna pop it off the bottom. I'm gonna pop it like it's hot. Now, don't even get me dancing, guys. So we convinced him to get into the bus. And now he's in the bus and he's just useless. He's just there laying. He's like, oh, this is good, bro. Let's just stay here all night. I mean, because we still don't know, once we stay there all night, how do we get home the next day? We had no water. We had nothing. So I was like, okay, this guy's an idiot. And either we had cell phones, but maybe, I mean, because this was a time where cell phones weren't all fancy. Service wasn't great. You have spotty service, all this, you know. So it wasn't like cell phones were as reliable as they are now. And plus, this idiot wouldn't want to call, let's say, my dad and say, yo, can you come pick us up? Because then my dad is going to be all like, you guys are idiots. Just go ahead and stay there the night. I'll pick you up in the morning. Or whatever the case is. As he had every right to do so. Man, I can't believe I missed that fish. That's fishing me off. So he ends up hanging out there. And now me and my brother, we start hearing music somewhere. We're like, dude, there's a party somewhere around here. And since my brother was younger, there was a potential that he might know some guys at that party. So I was like, hey, dude, let's do this. Let's go hit up that party. And then we'll just see if somebody can give us a ride back home, at least closer to the area. Because keep in mind, this small town was off in the distance, but they all went to the same high school. So there was a good chance that my brother or one of us would have known somebody at that party, because it's a small area. And what do you call it? That possibility existed. So I said, all right, let's go over there. Let's head over there. And my brother was like, nah, wait, just leave me here. I want to die. Just leave me here. And I was like, dude, we're not going to let you die. Get over here, you idiot. And we're not walking back for you. So get over here. Let's go. So then we start heading over to the party. We follow the music. We echolocate that party. We're just all like, boom, I hear some hip hop. I hear some Mexican music. I hear whatever. So we start to echolocate. And as we are out there echolocating, we finally see where the party is originating. The sound is originating from. We head over there. We nonchalantly just enter the party. We're just like, what up, bros? Yeah. Because, you know, we weren't invited to this party. So there is a potential that they will see us as party crashers, outsiders, people that are not welcome. But we just show up. Not really very many questions. We just kind of talk to people here and there. Be like, hey, what's up? How you guys doing? Yeah, cool. And then we begin our conversations in the direction of how are we going to get home? Can you guys give us a ride? So we start just having random conversations with people, and we're like, hey, bro, where you from? Oh, yeah, you're from over there? Okay, cool. And we eventually figure out that there's these two dudes, and they are from a town near where we're from. So we're all like, hey, dudes, can you do us a favor? Like, we'll hook you up with cash, but can you drive us over to like our town or whatever, or even closer. And they're like, yeah, bro, that's cool. Let's do it. So it's like, okay, cool. We at least got a ride. So now that we're comfortable, because we have a ride, and I was like, hey, dudes, party all you want. Like, don't worry about it. Like, don't leave early because of us. Don't worry about us, dude. You guys just do whatever, and we will leave when you leave, because we didn't want to be a burden. At least I didn't. So the dudes were like, all right, cool. And then my brother, remember, he was a lubricated. So he saw that there was more ability to get more lubricated. So he's all like, lubricated, I should say. He's there and he's all like, hey, dude, hey, can I get a beer? And so these guys are like, yeah, here's a cup. So again, we're all cold. We're just out there standing in the cold. And this guy, he walks up to the keg. There's a line towards the keg. And we're just all hanging out there. I'm hanging out with him because I'm making sure that he doesn't do anything stupid. So he's hanging out, waiting there, and he's all like, man, it's cold. It's cold, bro. And I was like, yeah, stupid. I know it's cold. I have skin as well. I can feel things. I have nerves. You're on one of them at this point. Maybe all of them. Who knows? So then this dude, he's there, and he's waiting in line for his beer. And this is the part where Four Locos should be listening. He should be listening so that he can tie it all together. So he's waiting in line at the keg. He's there, and he's just standing there, and there's this dude right next to him. And this dude, well, I'm just going to say it like this. This dude must have somehow, at some point in time, seen Colin's picture. I don't know how he did it back in the day, but he must have seen Colin's picture, because you could just tell that this dude had seen Colin's picture. So I knew that this dude had seen Colin's picture. I don't know, in his lubricated state, my brother knew that this guy had seen Colin's picture. But I kind of feel like he had to have. I mean, I've never been drunk. I've never been, like, I mean, some of you might think I am right now, but I've never been like without my wits about me, right? So I'm watching this guy, and he's having this conversation with the Colin Gazer. Let's call it that, a Colin Gazer. So he sees that that dude's next in line to get a beer, and my brother's right next to him, and they're having trouble. They're having trouble getting more beer to come out of the keg. So sometimes when you're having that problem, apparently the action that you have to take is you have to pump this little chingle-dingle on there so that the keg will produce beer. So because they were having trouble getting the beer out, my brother was there, and the Colin Gazer was pumping the keg, and he was struggling. So my brother walks up to him, and you guys know how people who are lubricated, they don't talk to you like this. They're not all like, hey bro, what's up, dog? No, they talk to you like this. Hey dog. Hey bro. Dog. What are you doing? You see, they get like all up in your face. They basically get you drunk from their breath, and they got their hands around you and whatever, and they're like, hey bro, this party's cool, or whatever the case is, right? Now, like, depending on the conversation, my brothers say different things, and I'm like, dude, get away from me, dog. Like, I can hear you from a distance. My ears still work. So because of that, they end up having problems with the keg, and my brother, close to this vato, says, hey bro, I'll pump it for you And I was like, that's the final straw, bros. I got to get out of this party. I am not going to be around for this situation, whatever this is. Me and my younger brother just looked at each other and we're like, what the, did this fool does he know? Okay. So we thought that like chaos had ensued and my brother had lost his mind. But I'm gonna say that it was innocent when it happened, but I don't know what the situation was. I don't know if my brother had his eyebrow up, you know, his eyebrow cocked, and his mouth, I forgot what Bob had put, but his mouth, whatever, but he told him, I will pump it for you. And I just lost it. And I was like, dude, I'm out of here. So then I asked those dudes, hey, bro, can you please give me the keys to your car, or at least let me into your vehicle so that I can just chill out in there. I mean, you don't have to give me the keys. I'll just wait because it's cold out here. And those dudes were cool. Maybe they were dumb, but they were cool. And they're all like, yeah, bro, here, I'll unlock it. And then we just hung out in the back of the vehicle until those guys showed up because it was extremely smoldering. Oh, he definitely got a beer, dog. He definitely, after he pumped it for him, he got a beer. The end goal did get accomplished. It was a moment that I will forever remember, somewhat in graphic detail. I cannot forget what I saw transpire in front of me. And all that could have been avoided if he had just let us go home with our dad. And I mean, the story continues for like all the way home. Stupid stuff happened. And then I was like, dude, what the heck? But the whole point of that story was to show you the last time that I had seen a keg. And the reason that I just don't deal with anything keg related. Okay, guys, we caught one fish off of here, so we are going to go to another location. One and done, but we caught a fish here. Thank the good Lord that we finally caught a fish. I can now never fish this spot again. Or am I addicted to this spot now? Nah, I'm not addicted to it. Our maps are not showing up in the front. I'm a little mad. Actually, I should pull off of the riprap a little bit so that I could have a mic off moment. Dude, I can only tell you that it was weird. It was weird. And that is the story that my sister got mad at me for telling. Because I don't know. I have no idea. She just said that, oh, you guys do ripples and stuff back there? If there wasn't all this eelgrass here, guys, I would throw faster moving baits, but there's eelgrass everywhere and I don't want to deal with that. All right, mic off. Okay, the boat kind of drifted on me, so it started to point into traffic. Not great, but whatever. Now, Snozook. We don't know for a fact. We just assume that the dude had set his eyes upon Colin's picture. We don't know for a fact. He was just giving a lot of vibes. Yeah, that traffic in front of us at the riprap, I took the boat off of spot lock and then we started to drift towards traffic, so whatever. Because we haven't gone far. We went from a completely empty tank to a full tank, and now we haven't even moved very many inches. We haven't even gone on plane, I don't think. Will we ever go on plane? Nobody knows. We will be getting off the water at about 11-ish. It is currently 9:54. I think Spot is telling me to watch out for the librarian's husband. I don't think he can get me from there, bro. I'm gonna try and lose a jig off of this spot right here. Might as well. We're Tokyo drifting right here. All right, guys, remember the next 5-pounder that we catch will be a BBL Plus, and that will pay out a $25 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. Yes, but currently we have been, whoa, do not fall off my head, sunglasses. We have been, story time. Oh, I should get that Nico. But the Tanuki was put on instead of the Nico. Stash is still affecting me, even when he's not here. All right, so we're gonna try this real quick. Who knows how long we'll stay here? Probably just long enough to get a jig stuck. Hopefully stuck in a fish though. Oh, it's gotta be you, Spot. because the mic is good on our side, or at least my side. I don't even know if Four Locos heard that whole story. He probably went Mimi's. He probably went Mimi's. The biggest drum. Let's see. Is that your drum? Drum, we caught a 5-pounder 2 days ago. On Thursday, maybe. It was off this riprap, but on that side. But what's up? Are you saying? Are you saying that I'm gonna catch a 5-pound drum? Probably. That's probably what you're looking for. Hey, what was that? Oh, it is getting toasty, guys. My left arm is feeling like the sun is caressing it. Like the sun has put its hand on us. Oh, you are right, Spot. We did not bust out with the streak song. We forgot about it. What's that all about? We are at 34 consecutive outings with a non-zero status. I see a lot of people down, but not how we hit it up. Son of a fish. All right, well, we are going over here to take this jig and try and get it unstuck. We will bust out with the Streak Jam, dogs. We have stayed alive for not 35, but 34 consecutive outings. So here we go. This is the streak that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Some people started watching it, not knowing what it was. And they'll continue watching it forever just because this is a streak that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Some people started watching it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue watching it forever just because this is the streak that never ends. I hope Four Locos was awake for that one. He hates that song. Seriously, what is happening to my maps? Now, we might have been off key, like always, but the key to that jam is that it is sung knowing that we have continued the show. Come on, baby. So someone said to try the Ozark jig. I may have some Ozark jigs. I think I bought them recently. Of course, I don't know where any of my tackle is. Okay, they are probably wherever my buzz baits went. So Tackle Tavern is my guess. Tackle Tavern? One day I will look inside and see where they're at. There have been no Sábado Gigantes. There has been only 2 tiny fish. Okay, well, Unlimited, did you tell them that this Canadian that you know says otherwise? Did you tell him that, bro? Also, take a screenshot, send it to them, and then tell them, are you sure? Because we got it from a good source that says that it's just gonna happen. You can't do anything about it. Do I got any Mad Craw dizzies? Well, I have those Mad Craws, bro, but currently drum school is in session. Currently we are throwing a Berkeley Chigger Craw trailer on it because that was the first one that we found. It was just closest to me, so I just put it on. I didn't want to dig through my tackle and figure out where those craws are. Come on, baby, one time, where you at? I'm gonna let it soak there for a little bit. My fear is that when I let it soak, then I'm gonna let it get stuck. Where did Colin go? Because he's the guy who said that it's possible. You know, because sometimes there's opposing thoughts. There's opposing thoughts, and those opposing thoughts have to eventually meet somewhere and prove which one is right or wrong. And that's what I'm assuming is going on right here. There's opposing viewpoints. So it's unknown as to which one is correct. Though that does remind me, Spot Snatcher only sent us pictures of a beard, but not of flowing locks. Did he claim that he had flowing locks, or was that every third word read from me? I'm gonna have to drink some water because I can feel like I need some. Oof. I got caught up in the tree that usually gets me. From this angle. It feels like a different thud, and then when I feel that different thud, I get stuck. Man, there's some fish arches just chilling right there. Yo, drum. Wanting to throw a Ned rig. Yeah, that might be another sign. You think there's a picture of bromance in my email? Did I miss that? I have to check it right now. Okay, I'm in 16 feet of water. There's a second drop that happens right here. My maps are being stupid, so I can't see where it is, but I am now in the secondary drop. We're now in 25 feet of water. So I'm gonna keep the casting distance between me and the riprap. I'm gonna cast as close as I can to the riprap, hope that I don't get stuck. And then I am going to work it down the riprap, work it on that. There's like a little ledge right there that's 15 feet. And then slowly work it down that. It's flat. And then it'll drop to 20 some feet. I do have a picture, an alleged picture of bromance. Okay, we have an alleged picture of bromance. Here we go, guys. This is an alleged picture of bromance. Bromance, if you are still here to dispute this, we don't know for a fact. We're getting wobbly right now, guys, because there's a lot of wakes here. We don't know for a fact whether this is you or not, bromance, but this is alleged to be you. Now, you guys are probably going to get motion sickness because